Salutations all. So, I have noticed some crazy long lines at all the fast food joints in my current area, which lets me know we need to get into another adventure. Let's go. All right, so today we are going to flex on them. Not literally, we're going to save that for the OnlyFans, but we are going to be working with mussels. All right? So today we're going to do a dish that I learned way back that is absolutely delicious. I look at it more of an appetizer than a meal, but to each their own. So we're going to do mussels with chorizo. So obviously there's two ingredients that you're going to need right there. We got some fresh live mussels here. I've got some chorizo here. Now, typically I would use a Spanish chorizo for this. The difference being that the Spanish chorizo is more of it's a dried chorizo. And it just holds up better in the dish. And I like to have the nice little, bits to chew on as we go through this. All right, I've got some diced tomato here. I've got some diced up romas. I've got a little green onion here as well. Some chopped cilantro. We got a little bit of cream in the refrigerator there. A little bit of olive oil. And I've got some nice crusty bits of baguette that I cut up. On that, we're going to just toast that. Normally I would grill it. I still have not gotten propane. I am a terrible procrastinator. And I've got a little bit of salted water. Now, I do the salted water because I'm not a fan of wine in my food or in general. But feel free to use a little white wine for this dish. I've got my cast iron over here getting crazy hot because we're going to steam these mussels. I've got my salt and pepper, of course, and garlic, because you know me, garlic. I do want to talk about a few things, though, when we're dealing with mussels, clams, anything of that sort. You may or may not already know the rules, but let's go over them again. When you're buying fresh shellfish like this, if it's open when you get it, you can give it a little tap, wait just a little bit, and it should close, okay? If it doesn't close, don't eat it. It's dead. It's no bueno. All right? It's dead. If you cook them, if they're closed like this one is, beautifully closed, and you cook them and they don't open, don't eat them. They were already dead. Okay? So, two good rules to live by unless you want to spend the rest of your day on the toilet or worse. If it's open, give it a tap. It should close. Okay? If it's closed and you cook it and it does not open, go ahead and discard that as well. All right, very, very simple, straightforward. What else can I tell you about this little dish? It's a Spanish dish, for all those that were curious. It originated in Spain, or I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere. It originated somewhere else, but who cares? All right, let's get into this, okay? Let's get into this. All right, so we've got the cast iron, crazy hot. It's ready to go, okay? All right, so we're going to go in with our mussels. I'm going to go in with a touch of the salted water. Let the camera clear up. Hey, y'all. All right, threw my lid on there. We're going to steam these bad boys real quick. Once we've got them steamed and they're opened up, we're going to take the mussels out. And we're going to put them back in this bowl that we got them out of here for just a second while we get the rest of the accoutrement together. Should not take very long at all. If your pan is good and hot, it should only take maybe 60 seconds to 90 seconds or so before those bad boys will pop open. Oh, it burns. Boom, just like that. So you can see how we've got some that have opened up immediately, right? I didn't want that smoke. And we've got some that, let's see, did you open up? He did open up. Didn't open up wide, but he was 100% closed. All of these were 100% closed when they went in. Okay, let's see. All right, so here's one that is not wanting to open, right? So we're not going to eat that bad boy. I'm not going to eat him. Opened, closed, nope, open. All right, square biz. So we're going to get these mussels out of here. Outstanding. We're going to leave that delicious mussel salty water in there. We're going to go in with our chorizo. And for anyone that is partaking in any kind of religious or holy restrictions, I do know what time of the year it is. Obviously, we're going to leave the chorizo out, but this will still make a delicious dish for you come Friday. Alright, so we're going to let the chorizo start to do its thing. Whilst it's going, I'm going to go in with my favorite ingredient, a little bit of garlic. Boom, boom. And let this thing cook. And like I said, the difference between the two chorizos is, typically a chorizo like this or a Mexican style chorizo is what we're used to. It's what we get in those delicious breakfast tacos and things like that. Spanish chorizo is more of a dry ingredient. You can find it in the same section that you would find other dried meats or salami, sausages, and things like that. And it also works very, very well. Alright, once we got this cooking right along, doing what it's supposed to do, alright, we're going to go in with our tomatoes. We'll let the tomatoes catch a little of that heat. Start releasing the delicious juices within. Just a second or two. We don't want them to become completely mush right off top because we've still got to go in with our cream and stuff like that. Alright, we're going to go back in with our mussels. It's alright if they fall out. Doesn't be perfect. We're going to go in with a pinch of salt and pepper. Because remember, we had the salted water that went in. As it evaporated, it's going to leave behind that salt deposit. So you be very, very careful as you do this. Remember, the number one rule, you can always add more. We cannot take away. Alright, so we got a little salt going in there. I'm going to go with a pinch of pepper. A scotch of pepper. We're going to go in with our cream. You don't have to use cream. You can use, regular milk. I would suggest if you do a plain Jane milk, if it's not a whole, then I would add a little bit of butter. You just want that fat. It just adds a really nice mouthfeel. All right. Which is a very important thing, believe it or not. It determines how we enjoy our food. If something doesn't feel right in your mouth, you can't really enjoy it. Pause. You can't really enjoy it. All right. So, didn't go in with very much cream, right? We're not making a soup. We're just making a sauce. And then we're going to toast our baguette. A little bit of olive oil on my griddle back there. We're going to toast that so we can sop up all that delicious juice. For my foreign friends and friends up north, to sop is to mop something up, to absorb with. All right? Think brawny. It's southern, so it's carbs. Sop that juice right up. Alright, so we're going to let this cook just a little bit. We want that deliciousness to cook down a little bit, and it'll thicken up. Make you a really, really nice and creamy sauce with this. Once we get to that point where we're happy with the thickness of the sauce, then we will throw in our green onions for flavor and for color. So we want to make a beautiful dish as well. And then at the very end, we're going to hit it with the cilantro. So we're going to just let this go for a little while. Whilst we're waiting on that, let me go and get the griddle prepped up so we can toast these baguettes. And like I said, originally when this dish was created, the baguette, when it was introduced to me, let me not say created, the baguette is actually grilled. It just adds a very unique and deliciousness to the dish itself. Something about a grill. It's just sexy, you know what I mean? Beautiful. All right, we're gonna turn this heat down a little bit. Let it ride. I'm gonna toast off these baguettes, and then we're gonna plate this bad boy up. All right, so we've got our little toast points done. Donezo. Mussels are ready to go. I'm starving them, so we're gonna plate up. All right, so we're gonna just get our little mussels in there. Like I said, it's all right if they fall out, baby. They'll still be delicious. We'll make sure we get a good amount of that chorizo and the sauce in there. All right. Now go in with our nice little toasties for the sopping, right? For the sopping, get in there. Boom. All right, that's ugly. We're not going to do that. All right, there you go. So that's it. Simple, super quick, super quick. It's light enough to not hurt you, right? It's deliciousness in a bowl. Hit it with a little of that. Boom. All right, y'all. All right. So another quick, super easy, super sexy when it's plated right if you're trying to impress that particular individual. Super light, you know what I mean? Like I said, to me, it's an appetizer. It's a good start to a delicious meal. You can go a little harder. You can serve that over rice, pasta. I mean, go nuts, right? That's pretty much it, y'all. Come back and see us. Enjoy.